Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In today's video, we shall be looking at sums of sequences. We shall evaluate the summation n equal to 0 of the expression 2 in a bracket n minus 3 bracket closed. Let's begin with this. Now for our summation notation, n is equal to 0 is our start and 6 is our stop. Also, 2 in a bracket n minus 3 is our function. Okay, so when n is equal to 0, so when n is equal to 0, our function becomes 2 in a bracket. Now in place of n, we have 0 minus 3. Good. Which simplifies to give us 2 in a bracket. 0 minus 3 is a negative 3. Okay. And then 2 multiplying negative 3 is a negative 6. That is when n is equal to 0. Now let's move on. When n is equal to 1, we have 2 in a bracket. Inside of this function, n is 1 minus 3, which simplifies to 2. 1 minus 3 is a negative 2, and the result becomes a negative 4. Let's go ahead when n is equal to 2. So in our function, we have 2 in a bracket, 2 minus 3, which reduces to 2 multiplying a negative 1, which is 2 minus 3, and this becomes a negative 2. Now, stay with me here. We continue when n is 3. So when n is 3, we continue to have 2 in a bracket, 3 minus 3. Okay, which simplifies to 2 multiplying a 0, and that gives us a 0. When n is 4, we have 2 in a bracket, 4 minus a 3, which reduces to 2 multiplying a 1, and that is a 2. When n is equal to 5, we have 2 in a bracket, 5 minus a 3, which reduces to 2 multiplying a 2. Okay, and this is a 4. And finally, when n is equal to 6, we have 2 in a bracket, 6 minus a 3, which reduces to 2 multiplying a 3, and that gives us a 6. Now, summation here means that the results we have obtained from the start to the stop, we have to sum all of them. So, the summation n is equal to 0 to 6 of 2 in a bracket n minus 3 will give us, when n is 0, we have 6. Stay with me, followed by negative 4, followed by negative 2, 0, 2, 4, and 6. Now in adding all this, a negative 6 and a positive 6 is a 0, a negative 4 and a positive 4 is a 0, a negative 2 and a positive 2 is a 0, plus a 0 gives us a 0. So the summation as n is equal to 0 up to 6 of 2 in a bracket n minus 3 is equal to 0. Let's proceed to our next example. Okay, so go through this. Now in next example, we have k is equal to 1 up to 5 of 3k plus 2. Okay, so we shall begin with this as when k is equal to 1 as our start. So when k is 1, we have 3 in a bracket 1 plus 2, which gives us this plus that. Okay, so this will reduce, give us a 5. Okay. Now when k is equal to 2, we have a 3 into 2 plus a 2. Now 3 by a 2 is a 6 plus a 2 gives us 8. Now when k is equal to 3, okay, we have 3 multiplying a 3 plus 2. And 3 by 3 is a 9, and 9 plus 2 is 11. Now when k is 4, okay, don't give up, plus 2, okay, so this times that is a 12 plus 2, it gives us a 14. And we are finally there when k is 5. We have 3 multiplying a 5 plus 2. This is a 15 plus 2, that's a 17. So all we have to do here is that the summation k equals to 1 to 5 of 3k plus 2 will give us a 5 plus 8 plus 11 plus 14 plus 17. So let's do a quick addition here. So a 5 with an 8 will give us a 13, okay? And a 13 by 11 gives us a 24, okay? And a 24 by 14 gives us a 38. And a 38 by 17 gives us a 5 here, okay? And then 5 here. So in all, we have this to be a 55. Take your time, use a calculator if you want to. Okay, let's go to our next example. So in our next example, it looks a little bit complex, but stay with me. When r is 1, okay, we have 1 on 2 all to the power 1. Good. And this gives us a half. Okay, when r is 2, okay, we have a half, okay, to the power 2, which gives us 1 on 4. Good. And when r is equal to 3, okay, we have a 1 on 2 to the power 3, which gives us a 1 on 8. Okay, so our summation that we see here is nothing but a half for when r is 1, a 1 on 4, okay, plus a 1 on 8. Now you can take your time and use a calculator to do this, but stay with me here. Okay, let's multiply the numerator and the denominator by 4. So you can multiply this by 4, okay, and then multiply the denominator by 4 to give us 8. Okay, multiply the numerator by 2, the denominator by 2 to give us 2 on 8 and 1 on 8. So here we can add the numerators and then we can pick a common denominator. So this plus that will give us 7 on 8. You can omit this and use a calculator for that. So we have 7 on 8 for our summation. I'll pause this video here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.